this one, but apparently the Neptunes, most people just know Pharrell. If you didn't like really, know the history. But it's Chad, Hugo, and Pharrell. All right, they was childhood friends. Did the Neptune song. They did a lot of things. I think Mystical was probably about to be the biggest rapper in the game before he had a situation where he had to go on a vacation. And the Neptunes was behind that song. Now, what's so funny about it, real quick, a lot of people prefer Mystical outside of No Limit. I mean, before he got with No Limit, he had a gold record. A lot of people don't know that. And after he left No Limit and shot the Master P for letting him graduate, he started to blow up, and he was the reason why the Neptunes pretty much crossed over into the rap game so hard. People don't really credit Mystical for that. Like, Mystical was the reason that the Neptunes like really got into the rap game for real. Was it the Tarantula album? They did some great production, even before that. You got to know, they were the ones that did the Rex and Effects. They had a huge part in doing Rex and Effects with Teddy Riley. All I wanted, boom, 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 no. They had a part in doing that. That was like one of their first big breaks. Just having a part in the production on that. I think they had a part of it. I'm not gonna say they fully produced them. But check out the music entertainment playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Now, what happened here, according to Pharrell, it was a misunderstanding. He filed a trademark as the sole owner of the Neptunes name. That will cover as far as, somebody else or a third party getting involved. I remember somebody bought ESPN.com. They took that, they trademarked ESPN.com. So ESPN had to go like ESPN.go.com. And eventually they had to buy the name and to go back to ESPN.com from the guy who had bought it. So people do shit like that. You know what I'm saying? People do things like that. So he basically said that, I reached out to Chad to try to get him involved and put him on the trademark, but he wasn't reachable. Okay, we couldn't reach him, so I just filed it, and the intent is to get him on here and add him with me. According to Chad, his lawyer, they basically was saying they never, reached out to Chad or anything, no phone calls and no emails and nothing written or verbal. So he basically saying that, Pharrell is doing something sketchy. These been childhood friends in the sandbox, and it was a dude who had a post. I mean, he did a podcast. So many people got podcasts on Instagram. He had a great post. He said it don't matter if you knew somebody from the sandbox or I met him yesterday. That don't, at the end of the day, anybody can turn on you. Anybody can be solid. You know what I'm saying? And that's real. I done had, people that I've been cool with a long time do some hoe ass shit. The difference is I ain't letting it slide. Because if you let some hoe ass shit slide and that intent was malice, or their intent, they knew right from wrong and they knew it was wrong, you let that behavior go. If you in a life or death situation, you trust the wrong people around you, you can lose your life. Look at Scar and Mufasa and shit. Scar had an opportunity to get rid of Mufasa in Lion King, he did. So a lot of them niggas you hanging around with, you calling friends and bros and sis and all that stuff, man, they ain't got your best, they ain't got your best regards, bro. A lot of people be waiting for you to struggle, be waiting for you to hurt, waiting for you to beg. They be wanting you to fall off. The reason why a lot of motherfuckers can't really blow up the way they blowing up, because niggas intentionally and women intentionally holding you back. But I hope this ain't the case, because, they said he tried to file in 3 separate times or whatever, and, basically the lawyer then got involved and said that, Chad won parts. And my thing is, if it's, now everybody involved, okay, if it's nothing, look here, man, let me put you on the trademark. This was the intent. We couldn't reach you. Bam, it's done. It shouldn't be nothing. Now, according to Pusha T, he was, part of that early movement. I think he was right after that Mystical album with his brother No Malice. His brother No Malice. They was the Clips. What was that first album called? Man, that was my shit too. Man, I forget the name of their first album. I forget, man. It was hard though. It was hard. I had it, and they was part of that movement and really, took the Clips, as far as the rap thing to another level. And he just, Pusha T just said it's just a greedy lawyer trying to get paid. And that's what he said. It's just a greedy lawyer trying to get paid. Simple as that. He said it's a greedy lawyer trying to get paid. So if it's as simple as, Pharrell gonna put him on, and gonna put him on the trademark, it shouldn't be nothing to be said about it. It's simple. Chad is just doing Chad and probably enjoying his fruits of his labor. Probably had his paperwork right and his money right. Pharrell said he was trying to, save it between, from falling in somebody else's hands. So, at the end of the day, if he couldn't reach him, that mean they ain't talking. So had they previously fell out before, or they just, hey, I went my separate way, you went your separate way. He ain't heard much from Chad. Some people get in Hollywood, they achieve a certain status and then they good. And they good. So that's what some people's goal is. And some people just get theirs, and all this weird shit going on in Hollywood. Chad probably was like, Chad was like, no. I want no parts of this. And a lot of these dudes, I remember dude used to rap with Soulja Boy, A-Rap. He was telling a story about how Jimmy Iovine was trying to give him a whole bunch of money, to sign with Interscope, bunch of money. He said that A-Rap wouldn't do it. He said, I tried to get him to sign a deal. You see all this shit going on with the Me Too and all this shit going on with these movements, that people, quiet on the set and all that shit, man. Now you see why he didn't take that money. You see why, look at that Ali Vegas interview. People thought he was lying. His whole cousin moved out the country after what they tried to do to him. So you see why people just kind of go quiet and try to fade into the black. Some of the things you got to do to get in this industry, you can't forget. That's why you got talentless people. And people just affiliate that with women doing acts just to get on. See the Marilyn Monroe story and all that. But you had dudes, the gangsters, dudes are doing the same thing. The gatekeepers are booty bandits. They record it. They got stuff on you. And a lot of dudes that don't want to be a part of that, man, they just try to do what they can in the industry and they go away. If they do it, then they just try to forget it. But mentally, that traumatizes you when somebody has that power and they holding shit over your head. And one day you're going to be like, man, I don't want to go left. And they say go left. I want to go right. I want to do my own thing. So Hollywood ain't what it's cracked up to be. And it needs to be destroyed and rebuilt to the point where talent matters. So, but hey, check out the music entertainment playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live and drop video. Financially, you want to support the channel, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Find me on X, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Appreciate the love and support.